Now, hello, welcome to another IELTS speaking video. In this this class, which is basically the class I agreed to teach for my friends. So basically, I'm a makeup teacher in this class. This is the second occasion that I see them. I'll see them one more time, like next Friday. So today I'll be showing them how to do the IELTS speaking part 3 again. Now, so since we did part 3 before, we did number 6 and number 10. So I think maybe today, let's try something a little bit different. I mean, let's try a part 3 that is a bit different. So let's talk about movies. Okay. Now, let's try topic number 12. Describe a film that made you laugh. A film that made you laugh. Okay. But maybe it's a better idea if I divide by 2 like this. It would be much easier to read, to go through, you know. If I divide it by 2 like this, it's easier. So I can see it. Everything's easier. Now let's try number 12 then. There you go. I move this one here. And the chat all the way here. Okay, class, so let's try topic part 2 first. And then we move on to part 3. Part 2. Topic number 12. Describe a film that made you laugh. Miêu tả một cái bộ phim mà làm các bạn phá lên cười á, cười muốn cười lăn cười bò luôn á. This is not a smile. This is laugh. Okay? A film that made you laugh. So you have to describe something that happened already in the past. So you have to use past tense a lot, okay? Dùng quá khứ nha. So you should say what it is. Phim gì vậy? When you watched it. When you watched it. Các bạn đã xem cái phim đó vào lúc nào? Who you watched it? Who you watched it with? Who you watched it with? Bạn đã xem nó với ai? And explain why it made you laugh. Và giải thích tại sao nó làm các bạn phá lên cười. And you have part 3 of movies here. So, of course, part 3, like before, what do you have to do? Miss Lynn, do you remember what you have to do for part 3?
Thank you. Let's
What do you have to do for part 3 then?
talk about opinion.
Yes, of course, opinion, but more advanced topic. And do these questions talk about yourself or not? What do you think? Mấy câu này có liên quan đến bản thân mình không? No, it's not. Those questions are absolutely not about yourself. So you should not give example about yourself, okay? Nhớ nha, top 3 question nó không có liên quan đến bản thân mình đâu. Cho nên đưa vào những cái ví dụ chỉ là ví dụ chung chung trong xã hội thôi. Đừng đưa ví dụ bản thân vào. Don't provide personal examples in part 3, okay? Because these questions are not about yourself. Let's try this one. Are films a waste of money? Bạn có nghĩ những bộ phim là một cái sự phí tiền hay không? So think about the fact that you have to spend a lot of money to make a movie, to pay the workers, to pay the actors and actresses, to rent venues, để mà thuê cái vị trí mà mình quay phim chụp ảnh đó. To rent the venues and to ask for, like, you know, to register them with the government. Phải đăng ký với chính quyền nha. To register with the government. And so Do you think films are a waste of money? So, is it possible to receive back some money from making movies? Do you think films are helpful? Are they beneficial in any way? Are they helping people to learn something? Are they helping children to learn new things? Do they educate people? Do they help people to have a new viewpoint of life? Are they entertaining? Are they helpful? Or are they harmful? What do you think? Are films a waste of money? The next question is, are movies stars? What do you say? Don't worry. Okay, let me explain first, okay? Let me explain first, okay? Are movie stars important to a movie? Những ngôi sao phim ảnh có quan trọng trong một bộ phim hay không? So think about like movie stars, of course. Excuse me, hello, I'm talking here. Hello. Thầy đang nói nha. I don't know why you keep interrupting me. It must be the internet, I think. Anyway, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Now, are movie stars important to a movie? Những ngôi sao phim ảnh có quan trọng một bộ phim hay không? Think about their appearance, their image, what it can bring to a movie. Can bring more viewers to a movie? Can it help the quality of the movie to be better? Does it improve the sales? Có gia tăng doanh số không? Improve the sales of the movie? Does it attract viewers? And can you give examples? Like for example, give example of some movies that you know and some movie stars that are in the movie, you know. Now, next question. Are foreign movies popular in your country? They talk about foreign movies. So it's not about your national movies, not about movies made in like your country, okay? Are foreign movies popular in your country? Những phim ảnh trong nước ngoài, những phim ảnh ở nước ngoài có được nhiều người xem ở đất nước bạn hay không? Okay. Come to please. Your background noise, a lot of background noise. Sao bên mắm tôm nhiều tiếng ồn background dữ vậy? Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about it. Now, I do worry. Now, are foreign movies popular in your country? Những cái bộ phim nước ngoài có được nhiều người thông dụng, có được nhiều người coi đất nước bạn hay không? Think about like Korean movies, Chinese movie, American movies, British movies, French movies, something like that. Foreign movies, are they popular in your country? So you can expand it, like you can explain why they are popular. Giải thích tại sao là nó popular luôn, nó mở rộng ra. And so, are they similar to your culture in some way? Are they interesting in some way? How about the acting? Cái diễn xuất thì sao? The storyline of the movie. Oh, sorry. The storyline, cái cốt truyện sao? The storyline of the movie. Is it interesting? And how about the acting? Cái diễn xuất. And how about the overall content? The overall content, cái nội dung nhìn chung thì sao? Okay, last question. Is it important that a country has its own? Is it important that a country has its own movies? Liệu có quan trọng rằng một đất nước có những cái bộ phim của riêng nó hay không? Think about the fact that what would happen if a country doesn't have its own movie. It hurts or it affects the national pride, sự tự hào dân tộc. Nó ảnh hưởng đến sự tự hào dân tộc chứ. Of course, it affects or it hurts the national pride if a country does not have its own movies. And also, movies can be a good educational tool, you know, một công cụ giáo dục. It can be a good educational tool. It could also be a good tool to preserve the culture, để mà nó giữ vững, bảo toàn cái nền văn hóa của đất nước nữa. So it's good that a country has its own movies, otherwise people will people will not remember their culture anymore, and that's not good. Now okay, but first let's do part 2. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to think about this topic, okay? You have 2 minutes. Okay, to think about part 2 and about part 3 as well. Hai part luôn nha. Okay, time start now. Bắt đầu. Okay, let's try part 2 first. So, Miss Nghi, please, can you describe a film that made you laugh? Just describe it slowly and be careful with the verb, because this is past tense, okay? Past. Miss Nghi, please.
Dạ, Nghi hết thầy.
Nghi.
Today I'm going to talk about.
Today I'm going to talk about, not gone now, okay? Không có gone now, one now nha. I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about a film that made I laugh so hard. That was Vincenzo. That was drama. And one day, I just remember that one day I rambled on Netflix, and just like a weekend. So I chose this film because
I chose
this film because of the main male character. I think that it's just a mafia, it's like an action movies or something like that. But when I watched this movie, I can say that it's so funny because
I could say that because this is in the past. I could say that this is.
I could say that this film is so funny, the storyline so smart.
Is it fun or funny? Is it fun or funny? Fun describes something that is very joyful, that brings happiness. Funny is something that makes you laugh out loud. And funny can also be used to describe the bad behavior of someone. Cái chữ fun và funny khác nhau các bạn. Fun á, nó là vui, đem lại niềm vui. Còn funny là buồn cười quá. Nó có thể dùng để mà nói về cái hành vi rất là buồn cười của một người nào đó, một cách mỉa mai châm biếm nữa. So in this case, funny, it's a right word. Okay, good.
Thank you. Two main characters were so funny, and I love how they tackle the problems. Even though that was about a mafia movies, but I love how they deal with the violence.
With the what?
And
how they deal with the
violence.
Violence. With the violence. Okay.
Violence. Yeah. Violence. Some funny parts make me laugh so hard, because these films were on air, like live stream on like 10 p.m. So I had to laugh like not so
I have to be like,
loud.
but not so loud. I have to laugh, but not so loud. Wow, that doesn't sound nice. Anyway. So, Miss Hong, please, can you describe a film that made you laugh? Very good. Miss Hong, please, your microphone. Bật mic nè Hồng ơi. Okay, describe a film that made you laugh, please.
Today I want to talk about.
Wait, wanna is not a good way to say going to and want to, okay? You have to say going to and want to. Because IELTS is a formal occasion. Đi thi IELTS là một cuộc thi mà trịnh trọng nha, không có dùng những cái từ mà thô tục nha, không dùng những cái từ mà quá là không trịnh trọng, ví dụ gonna với wanna nha. Today I am nhưng mà thường á là nên đi thẳng vào vấn đề chứ đừng có hôm nay tôi sẽ nói gì đó. No, đi thẳng vào vấn đề luôn. Go directly into the description of something. Like just say that there was a film that made me laugh. For example, có một cái phim làm tôi buồn cười, nó là gì đó. Đi thẳng vào vấn đề luôn. Try to go directly into the film, okay? Now, Miss Hong, please. Describe a film that made you laugh, please.
I immediately talk about a film called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and it's very famous for one of the films of South Africa. The film told about a South African man whose guide a group of tourists goes into forest, and I didn't remember exactly about the time that I watched this film. However, I just remember that I watched this film with my father around 10 years ago. It was a normal evening after 8 p.m. when I just finished my homework at my home. So my father also finished his work, and his own way turned on the TV and watched random films. So I went to the living room and watched TV with my father, and we immediately saw these films was broadcasting on TV.
We immediately saw this film broadcasted on the movies, yeah? Or you can say we immediately saw this movie was being broadcasted. Because it's continuous, but it was like past continuous but passive. Quá khứ tiếp diễn nhưng mà nó lại là thể bị động. And we see that we saw that movie was being broadcasted on the TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was being broadcasting on TV. And
it was being broadcasted. Sorry, broadcast, it's a special word. So let's check it out. I remember broadcast, it's irregular. So you can say broadcasted or broadcast in the past. But let's see. Nó là một bộ động từ bất quy tắc.
Broadcast.
You can say broadcasted or broadcast. Okay, good.
Okay.
Right.
It was being broadcast, and it was 12 episodes.
There were 12 episodes.
Yes, and I remembered it had many.
There were trong quá khứ là có cái gì đó. There was when you want to say something exists in the past, cái gì nó tồn tại trong quá khứ, mình phải nói là there was, there were, chứ không phải it has. Cái vấn đề này cứ nói hoài luôn đó, mà cứ dính hoài luôn đó các bạn. Okay, can you continue? And there
were some funny situations, like this South African man couldn't speak English, but he used body language to show everything that he wanted to say with orange tourist in this
with what?
forest.
With what? Với cái gì cũng được chứ? With what?
With tourists.
Okay. Right. Okay, so is that why it made you laugh? Okay. All right, Hong. I think your side, the net is really bad now. Or maybe at my side as well. Okay. Anyway, let's go to part 3 about movies now. What part 3 nha? So, Miss Hong Lam, please. Do you think films are a waste of money, or are films a waste of money?
In my no,
In my what? Cái phần vừa rồi nó vừa bị mất đó. In my
opinion,
yes.
in my opinion, I think a film is not a way. It's not a way to wasting of time of money, because the production and the directors create the movie, create a film for helping the people to reduce the stress of their works or of their life. So I don't think film is a wasting of money.
Well, can you give an example? Like, okay, is there any other thing you can say about it?
Like, for example, in the communities, it's creating for reducing the stress or helping the people from the stressing.
From the what?
And yes.
Helping people from what?
From stressing. Stress.
No. Then helping people deal with stress, you mean?
Yes.
And helping people deal with stress. Okay, đừng tự tạo những cái từ mà không có nha các bạn. Don't try to create words that is not existent, you know, non-existent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good way to say it. Okay, so Miss Vitran, please. Do you think films are a waste of money? Your microphone.
Yes, I'm here. So, in my opinion, I can't imagine why anyone would have this opinion. But in my opinion, it's a part and process of their entertainment. Which
Say again.
Yes.
Vì đang xài máy tính hay xài điện thoại gì?
Dạ, em đang xài laptop rồi, nhưng mà chắc là cái tai nghe em nó hơi nhỏ rồi.
Cái microphone em đeo nó nằm đâu? Nó nằm dưới cái laptop này, nó nằm trên cái headset luôn.
Dạ em đang nghe tai nghe Bluetooth đó, nó nhỏ thôi thầy.
Bluetooth không phải một cái công nghệ mà đáng tin lắm. Well, it's not very trustworthy
em xài
technology. Anyway,
em xài
just continue. It's okay now. Now, so can you say that again? Are films a waste of money?
In my opinion, I can't imagine why anyone would have this opinion. But
Would
it's
have
a
this
part.
opinion. Would have.
Yeah.
Chứ phải là have. Không có lên giọng. Would have.
Would have this opinion. Yeah. It's parts and process of their entertainment.
The process, what is that? Process what?
Process of the entertainment.
What? Có nhiều cái từ thì không hiểu em nói gì luôn á. There's something I don't understand. Okay, try again. Try that again.
Hay là em xíu nha thầy.
Không, do cái phát âm của em á, không phải là do tại thiết bị đâu. It's because of your pronunciation. It's not because of the equipment.
Process of the
Process is what? What is process? I don't understand that word. Lynn, sorry.
P-A-R-C-E-L-S.
Type it on the chat, can you? Đánh
Yeah.
vào trong chat. Just type on the chat, can you? Parcels. Parcels. Parcel is basically a package that you receive from the post office, isn't it? Parcels.
Parcel.
Nhớ âm một nha. Parcel is a package you receive from the post office. Not parcel, you know. Em phát âm sai người ta không hiểu gì đâu. Người ta không hiểu cái gì luôn á.
Yeah.
So if you do not pronounce correctly, people wouldn't understand. Now, can you continue, Miss V? So let's try another one. A movie star important to a movie? What do you think, V?
In my opinion, if the script and productions are strong enough, a movie can still break box office records.
Record
for example,
can still break box office. Can still break box office record. Kỷ lục của cái box office. Record nha. Chúng ta record nha. Là danh từ record. This is a noun, record. Can still break box office record. Phá kỷ lục của cái phòng bán vé. Box office, it's basically the office that sell tickets to the movie. Can still break box office record. Continue, please.
For example, take Star Wars. For the first film, the studio famously cast some pretty new faces, but it still managed to take the world by storm and single-handedly launch the careers of these unknowns.
The career of what?
The careers of these unknowns.
This unknown. Cái vấn đề phát âm em nhiều cái vấn đề phát âm lạ lùng lắm. Like your pronunciation, there's still a problem. Even though your fluency is good. Nó trôi chảy nhưng phát âm sai người ta không hiểu đâu nha. Even though you're fluent, but your pronunciation is not that great, people might not understand you. Try to speak slower and focus on fixing pronunciation, please. Now, so back to Miss Lin, please. So, do you think movie stars are important to a movie, Miss Lin?
In my opinion, they play a significant element in the films. With their handsome and perform with good acting skills, will catch people's attention.
Yes.
That's me.
Okay. So, do you think are foreign movies popular in your country, Miss Lin? Hello, Miss Lin, are you still there?
Yes. Well.
Okay. Are foreign movies popular in your country? Can you try that?
The majority of from my point of view, the majority of the population in Vietnam are fluent in foreign language. Not to mention the fact that they are not particularly to foreign cultures.
Yeah, particularly fluent with a foreign culture as well, isn't it? Of course, they are very familiar with foreign culture as well. Anything else?
For example, youngsters in recent years have been showing a greater interest in foreign drama movies, especially Korean in US Netflix series like Squid Game Con South Korean.
Yes, Squid Game, trò chơi con mực. Yeah. What about it? Yes, go on, please, come on, go on. Tiếp tục đi các bạn.
Ý là nó
No, try it in English.
là
Speak
giờ
English
là
now.
ý là thời là giờ em phải kiểu
No, try to speak English now.
So
I know you can do that. I know you can do it. Speak English, please. What about Squid Game?
So Squid Game
Well, Squid Game introduces a new type of survival game. And why does it break box office record? Why was it like a phenomenon? Tại sao nó là một cái hiện tượng luôn nhỉ? Never mind that, don't worry. The other can answer this. So, Miss Nghi, do you think a foreign movie is popular in your country? Are foreign movies popular in your country? Miss Nghi?
Well, in my opinion, there are so many popular foreign movies in my country because some US movies, they are so good at action movies. For example, and in Korean, in South Korean, we have like romantic movies, and they are really good at making that genre movie.
Movies of that genre. Very good. Movies of that genre. Okay, very good. What else then? Remember, part 3, you need to present in a way that sounds like a discussion. So you need to make it longer. Phải làm sao cho part 3 nó kéo dài hơn nữa nha. Chứ không thể nào nói chuyện một chiều giống kiểu part 1 vậy được đâu. Like, try to explain it. Try to give examples. Try to think of other viewpoint as well. Ráng làm sao suy nghĩ những cái cách nhìn nhận khác nữa. Ví dụ một số người thì nghĩ rằng sao, một số người thì nghĩ rằng foreign movie chưa thực sự đạt được cái độ popular mà xứng đáng ở đất nước của bạn chẳng hạn. Like, you can think about the fact that other people will think that foreign movies have not received the popularity that it deserve in your country, for example. Try to expand it. So, Miss Nghi, is it important that if your country, that a country had its own movies? What do you think?
Well, in my opinion, that the national movies,
National.
like national,
Not the national. The national movies.
national.
Well, I think it's better to say movies from a country, movies coming from that country. It's better to say that compared to national movies, you know. Nó nghe tự nhiên hơn rất nhiều khi nói vào cái movies từ đất nước nào đó. Like, you can say movies from a country. It sounds much more natural, you know. Nghe nó tự nhiên hơn nhiều.
Well, in my opinion, that a movie from a country is more important to tell the world their culture, to tell the world all the things that they have. For example, like I watch a lot of international movies like Japan's, and through Japanese movies,
Japan.
Through Japanese movies like anime or some cartoon movies, I learn how they eat their food, how they
present their cuisine. How the cuisine is presented. Là thế nào cái ẩm thực nó được trình bày ra. How the cuisine is presented. Yes.
Presented, and how how they behave each other, and I really admire how they are so polite.
Okay.
And for example, the next example is South Korean. I have know a lot of like how they dress, something like that.
You
And
mean
you know,
their customs and traditions.
yes,
Tập
it's
tục tập
like
quán và cái tradition. Their customs and tradition.
yeah.
So, through the movies, a country can project that image. To project the image. Nó đưa cái hình ảnh đó cho người khác coi. A country can project the image to the world so that the whole world will know about their national cuisine, their national image, their national customs. So that is a way to advertise. Quảng cáo. To advertise your country, your advertise, or to better the image of your country. Động từ to better. To better the image of your country. Làm cho cái hình ảnh đất nước nó tốt hơn. To better the image of your country. Well, so... Okay, let me ask Miss Lin, please. So, is it important that a country has its own movie? What do you think?
Well, it's impossible to overstate the significance of developing the national industry. Not only
TV industry, the national TV industry.
industry,
Industry, nhớ không nào? Industry, the TV industry.
Not only does it have promote the nation identified and cultural values, but it's
What?
also
I don't understand. Do cái vấn đề phát âm của em á, nó tùm lum lắm. It's like a lot. Okay, try that sentence again, slower, and you will see. Chậm hơn, chậm rãi hơn. Try that sentence again, but slower.
not only does it have promote
Xuống giọng, không có lên hát là có lên giọng không được. Xuống giọng. Try to lower down. Not only does it have.
does it have not only does it have promote the nation identify and cultural values, but it also benefits the economy greatly.
Okay.
Phải nghe được
It also affect the economy greatly. Okay, that's better now. Các bạn cứ nói nhanh để làm cái gì? Nói nhanh, nó liến thoáng, nó sai tùm lum, nó là bị trừ điểm á nha. Remember, do not try to speak faster in IELTS, okay? It does not help your grade in any way. Remember. But when you speak fast, you can make mistakes much faster and make more mistakes as well. So, try to focus on the content and the pronunciation. See, I'm speaking quite slowly, but every word I say makes sense. Nói chậm rãi thôi, không phải nhanh chóng làm chi á. Trời ơi, có ai đuổi hay không? Okay, let's try Miss Hồng Lan, please. Do you think it's important that a country has its own movie?
In my opinion, is of course because the countries is it also the way to have the company to project their image to the international
image
to the global
audience. To the global audience. Cho những khán giả toàn cầu. To the global audience. Okay.
For example, and Like,
Yes. For example,
For example, the movie called Về nhà đi con is have
which
a
is, nếu mà
check.
các bạn nêu ra một cái tên mà nó không phải tiếng Anh thì các bạn bắt buộc phải giải thích nó ra. Ví dụ như Về nhà đi con, which is the movie, a very famous Vietnamese movie. Mình phải giải thích nó ra nó là cái gì. Tại vì không thể nào yêu cầu người ta từ một cái văn hóa khác để mà hiểu được những cái gì mà không phải thì không có tiếng Anh gì đâu. Nêu một cái tên không phải tiếng Anh, bắt buộc các bạn phải giải thích nó ra nó là cái gì. When you presented something, a name or something that is not in English, then you have to explain what it is. You have to, okay? Now, Về nhà đi con, which is a very popular and successful Vietnamese movie, isn't it?
Yes. It attracts more Vietnamese and I think it's global because it's about the families and it also bring some lessons for the audience to watch. Yeah.
Okay, what lesson is that? What do you think?
It's about
It's about family values. Những giá trị gia đình.
Yeah.
Family values. Okay. This class you need much more practice. But now let me find something else for you to practice with. Let's try 17 now. Describe, okay, so this is about art. Chủ đề về nghệ thuật. Describe an art or craft activity that you did at school. Miêu tả một cái nghệ thuật hoặc là một hoạt động nghệ thuật hoặc là hoạt động mà làm thủ công nào đó mà các bạn đã làm ở trong trường. So this one, of course, talk about a past event, past thing again. Và quá khứ nữa này. You should say what you made, các bạn đã làm được cái gì. How you made it, các bạn đã làm cái đó như thế nào. What it looked like, nó nhìn như thế nào. Explain how you felt about the activity, giải thích là bạn cảm thấy thế nào về cái hoạt động đó. And you also have part 3 here. Do you think that the teaching of art in school, chứ phải school nha, do you think that the teaching of art in schools need improving? Why or why not? Bạn có nghĩ rằng cái sự dạy nghệ thuật hoặc là cách dạy nghệ thuật ở trong những trường học cần phải được cải thiện hay không? Tại sao không? Think about classes of art in school, most school these days. The number of hours, the content, is it engaging? Cái nội dung nó có engaging không? Nó có làm cho con người ta muốn hứng thú, ta muốn làm không? Engaging. Is it engaging? Is it attractive that people want to really do it, to really study it? Or people just come there just to kill time? Chỉ để giết thời gian thôi sao? Or what do you think about it? And how can you improve it? Cải thiện cách nào? Okay, what values can art bring to life? Nghệ thuật có thể đem được cái giá trị, những giá trị gì đối với cuộc sống? Think about beauty. Think about the fact that art can make people appreciate beauty more. It can bring Appreciation, sự trân trọng. And then you give examples. Of course, why do a lot of people spend money for their children to take music lesson, for example? Why do they spend a lot of money to bring children to art clubs, to music lessons, to painting clubs, pottery, all these activities? Why? Does it bring joy? Does it bring enjoyment? Anything? Next one. Do you think that children should be allowed to learn any form of art that they like? Bạn có nghĩ rằng trẻ nhỏ nên được cho phép học bất kỳ loại hình nghệ thuật nào mà chúng muốn hay không? Why not? Tại sao không? Think about some kind of art. It can be very tricky to learn. It can be extremely expensive as well. Like for example, what is it? Tattooing. Summon. It is an art. Tattooing is actually a very new engaging art. But you know, you have to be exposed to the ink, which can be sometimes a health hazard. Nó có thể bị giống như là phơi ra với lại cái mực đó. Nó có thể là một cái mối nguy cơ về sức khỏe chẳng hạn. Or is it difficult and expensive to learn it? Maybe I can talk about the art of some music. Some musical instruments are not meant to be learned by some people, you know. Not all musical instruments will be suitable for you. You know, sometimes you can just spend a lot of money and time to learn it, but you fail to learn it. You know what I mean? Một số loại hình nghệ thuật nhiều khi mình có đóng một đống tiền vô, một đống với lại cố gắng thật nhiều nhưng vẫn không học được. Một số cái khác thì là dễ dàng học hơn. So maybe people should think twice, should choose carefully the type of art that they need to learn, you know. But this question talk about children, you know. Cái câu này nói về trẻ nhỏ mà. Should children be allowed to learn any form of art they like? Think about the fact that children are extremely fickle. Fickle means like so one time they are like this, another time they are like that. So their interest is not long term, very short term. Cái sự hứng thú nó rất là ngắn hạn. Nó fickle giống như là lúc này lúc nọ lắm. Thế này thế nọ, lúc thì lúc này, lúc thì thế nọ. Very fickle. So sometimes investing in art for children can be very risky. Rủi ro lắm chứ. Tự nhiên một hôm đó, con thích nữa, thôi khỏi học rồi, tốn cái 100 triệu mua đàn chẳng hạn. Sometimes parents can be extremely picky, and then they can just announce that they don't like that art anymore, but the investment has already been made, you know. So it's risky to invest in art for children sometimes. Now, next, do you think they should make art compulsory in high school and in college or university as well? Why not? Bạn có nghĩ người ta nên làm cái môn nghệ thuật á, nó là môn bắt buộc ở trong những trường cấp 2, cấp 3, high school, cấp 2, cấp 3 và ở trong đại học cao đẳng nữa không? Tại sao không? Well, should it be compulsory? What do you think? Now, but first, let's start with part 2. I'll make it smaller so you can see the part 3 as well. I just hate the fact that these things sometimes it's hard to see, you know. Now first, describe an art or school activity that you did at school, please. And then you can do part 3. You have 2 minutes. 2 phút bắt đầu. Now, let's go to 17 now and we'll see. Describe an art or craft activity that you did at school Miss Hong, can you start first, please? Your microphone, please. Miss Hong, please. Hello. Okay, Miss Hong, please.
There is activity that I do.
This net is terrible. I can't hear you very well too. Okay, let's try slowly. Okay, try slowly. Try to be near to the microphone. Okay, ráng sao mà xích lại gần cái microphone nha các bạn. Okay, try again. Miss Hong. Describe an art or craft activity that you did at school. Try again, please.
There is
Thua. This is terrible. This net is terrible. I'm sorry, Miss Hong. No, I'm sorry, but your side net is terrible. Okay, Miss Hong Lam, please. Can you describe an art or craft activity that you did at school, please?
Yes, of course. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, clearly now.
Yes. So since my childhood, I had to participate in many church.
Had to. What
I had to participate in many church activities during school time. So the act or the drawing is one of those activities, and I remember doing a drawing lesson. Our teacher gave us a task. It's about drawing.
A task? A task?
A task?
You mean?
A task? A
A
task?
what? Cái âm cuối quan trọng cực kỳ nha, phát âm cọ rỉ các bạn. The last sound is very important. Try to pronounce correctly. A task, is it?
Yeah, a task is a task.
Okay.
A task is about drawing pictures with armies, or it's about a solar dam. So since I had as much time as I wanted, and I did a lot of research to find the main point and the main subtract for my painting. So in the end, I decided to draw about my feathers because he is also a soul leader. So it took me more than 2 weeks to finish the pictures, and at first
to finish the picture.
To finish the pictures, and at the beginning, I was very nervous, but in the end, everything is it went better than I thought, and I grew with appreciation.
Appreciation, you mean?
No, precision.
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 Yeah, precision.
Precision.
And to create a bright color for the background, I need to combine a different with a different color and the material.
Okay, đang đi sai đó nha, đang đi tùm lum rồi đó nha, lạc đề rồi. Stay focused on what you should say. You are talking about a lot of unnecessary things now. Try to focus. How you felt about the activity?
So finally, when I published the painting as my class, I received a high appreciation from my teacher and friend. So from that, I felt I felt confident and I feel more I feel
Feel more what?
yeah yeah
I
uh,
felt more confident and I feel more.
yeah more em quên cái từ.
I feel
It's
better.
just
Okay. I felt better.
yeah yeah
Okay. Okay.
better.
Let's just do that. Now, Miss Nghi, please. Let's go to part 3, shall we? We don't have much time left. I have to leave early because I'm waiting for my cat at the clinic. You know, they are having operation right now. Mèo ta đang mổ bên phòng khám. I am waiting for my cat, so I'm a bit anxious now. Sorry. Okay, after this class ends, I'll just go there now. Now, so let's go to part 3. So, Miss Nghi, do you think that the teaching of art in schools needs improving? Why not?
Well, I say it had to improve at school because
It has to be what?
improve.
It has to be improved in schools. Why?
Yes, because you know that children like our students had to deal with the nerve-breaking subjects all the time, like the theoretical subjects, and you know that they are so like boring if we learn for a long time,
Okay.
and I think that art plays an important role to stimulate their creativities
Creativity.
and
To stimulate their creativity.
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 I'm swear that yeah, that. Creativity.
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 Yes, thank you.
Right. Okay. So, Miss Hong, what do you think? What values can art bring to life then? Hy vọng là mạng bên Hồng ổn hơn mà. I hope that your net is better now. Đừng tắt mic các bạn ơi, các bạn trẻ à. Don't turn off your microphone. Come on, this is a speaking class. Come on. See? People don't even listen to me anymore. I'm so sad. Okay, Miss Hong Lan, please. What values can art bring to life?
I think, in my opinion, as is a great, yeah,
Yes. Who can answer this question? What values can art bring to life then? This is a difficult topic. Đây là cái chủ đề không hề đơn giản.
yes. The thing is, in my opinion, I think is give a meaning to our life and help
brings
us
meaning to our life. Very good.
Yes, and the act help us to understand the world in deeply.
You mean understand the world better? You mean?
Yeah,
To understand
it's better.
the world better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the part of cultures because it's a way to have a deeper understanding of the emotions and yes, it also it also increase our self awareness.
Improve ourselves, you mean?
Yeah,
Cải
increase.
thiện bản thân. Of course, it improve ourselves. That's why I teach the piano and I play the piano too, you know.
Yeah.
You know that I play the piano. Okay, Now, so those are just some reasons. Think about the fact that it helps people to appreciate beauty. Giúp cho con người ta trân trọng cái đẹp.
Yeah.
Help people to appreciate beauty. So what does it lead to? It leads to better behavior. Nó dẫn đến những cái hành xử tốt hơn.
Yeah.
Better behavior, kindness. Sự tử tế. It leads to kindness. It leads to other kind of beauty, like beautiful behavior, for example. Beautiful souls. Những cái tâm hồn đẹp. And it makes the society, it makes the world a better place to live, you know. Đó, chẳng hạn như vậy. Right. Sorry. So, Miss Hồng Lan, please. Do you think that children should be allowed to learn any forms of art that they like? Why or why not? It's not the answer.
And in my opinion, education is necessary for the children.
For the children or for children?
For
By
children.
how?
For children.
It's necessary for children, yes. But the question say, should they be allowed to learn any form of art that they like? Bất kỳ loại nghệ thuật nào cũng được hả? I already explained to you before. Thầy giải thích rồi. Có những cái nghệ thuật mà nó không có hề dễ dàng theo đuổi. There are art forms that aren't easy, that are not easy to pursue, which can lead to a waste of money, time and effort to learn them. So people should think twice before letting children learn any form of art that they like. For example, you can get an example. Đó, thì hãy nghĩ đi. Ok, cái câu cuối cùng, cái câu khá là khó hơn nữa. The last question is actually even more difficult. So, I think it's better that people think about this topic. Try to read more about it before you can actually answer them. Because these questions are not easy at all to answer. You need knowledge. And where that knowledge come from? The reading and the listening part. Đó, mình lấy ý từ đâu ra để trả lời mấy câu này? Từ những cái đoạn reading và đoạn listening thôi. Chứ mấy cái đoạn đó không phải là những kiến thức vớ vẩn đâu nha. Mấy kiến thức từ cái reading và cái listening đều là những kiến thức mình xài được cho writing và speaking nha. The knowledge from the reading and the listening part are, of course, essential. They are good to be used. They can be used for the speaking and writing tasks as well. Now, so I would like to end the lesson here. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.